Hello. This infographic gives you a clear overview of the table tennis backhand drive in one image. First, let's look at the main features of the backhand drive. One of its biggest strengths is that you hit the ball in front of your body. Compared with the forehand drive, the swing is much more compact. That makes it very useful in rallies, especially in backhand exchanges. In this stroke, the forearm and wrist are especially important. Next is how spin is created. Spin does not come from simply hitting the ball hard. The key is to brush the ball thinly and quickly. In a backhand drive, the racket brushes the back upper part of the ball to create topspin. If the contact is too thick, you get more speed but less spin. If the contact is thinner, you create more spin and better control. Rubber type also matters. Tacky inverted rubber is good for producing heavy spin. Tensor inverted rubber gives a good balance of spin and speed, which makes it very popular. High elastic inverted rubber is stable and easy to control. Short pips are useful for speed and variation, while long pips and anti-rubbers are more specialized for change and disruption. At impact, remember 3 key words: thin, fast, and forward. Your racket angle should be slightly closed, and you should brush the back upper part of the ball. If the racket face is too open, the ball tends to float upward. If the contact is too thick, the ball loses spin. Timing is also very important. The basic timing is to hit the ball around the top of the bounce and in front of your body. The rising phase can be fast and aggressive, but it is harder to control. The falling phase is easier to lift, but you may become late. Now let's talk about body movement. Power flows from the feet to the knees, the core, the shoulder, the elbow, the forearm, and finally the wrist. A good way to remember this is, the lower body gives stability. The core supports the motion. The elbow works as the pivot point. The forearm is the main engine, and the wrist is the finishing touch. You also need to adjust to the opponent's spin. Against topspin, you use a slightly closed racket angle and swing more forward. Against backspin, you open the racket angle a little and lift upward more. So even with the same backhand drive, the racket angle and swing direction change depending on the incoming spin. Finally, watch out for common mistakes. These include dropping the elbow, hitting beside the body, swinging only with the arm, opening the racket face too much, keeping the wrist too stiff, and failing to recover after the shot. To improve, focus on your elbow position, timing, racket angle, and recovery. So, the basic idea of the backhand drive is simple. Hit in front of the body, swing compactly, and attack with spin. If you keep that idea in mind, your backhand drive will become both more stable and more effective.